So today the event is called Finding Balance, and it's around notions of art, sustainability and education, around art and sustainability in a faculty of education. Again, many of these things are already happening, so we just thought it was a good moment to provide the opportunity to talk about this.
I did a project in Scarborough, Ontario, and I was looking at this idea of the dawn chorus. So when you're interested in birds, the dawn chorus happens between 5 in the morning and kind of like 7. It's really early, and it's when the birds start singing. And at the beginning, when they first start waking up, they start singing and singing really intensely. And so there's a pattern to how they come in. They come in the same pattern every day. And it's kind of like they have special calls for the dawn, which is pretty cool. So this actually was the result of my study at this place, where I wanted to go out and sort of hear these patterns of bird calls, and I wanted to see how many birds I could pick out and recognize. And these are the spectrograms of the birds that I was able to hear, and the pattern of the dawn chorus that I was able to kind of parse. And so this is what's called a graphic score. This is a score that I could give to a musician to represent the composition that I was thinking about. I took these spectrograms and I traced them on a musical staff, so they became piano notation. So I was able to play them on piano. And so I can just play you a little. I think most of you, maybe you've heard a little bit of it, but I'll give you a little sample.
Starting with the beat, chillin' in the shade and do it in the garden. Bump into a person while they chillin', I say sorry. Both have the same dreams to get cars like Ferraris. Reinforcing the roots of the dream, now they sprouting. He just found no one, guess where in the garden.
So that's a cell film that was produced from some of our work last summer. I'll just leave maybe still.
It was also first prize in this International Cell Film Festival.
That's true. That's true. Thank you very much. And as I was saying before, I feel like so many people could be joining us up here on this front part of the room, because this is collective work, and Maria's been a huge part of it. Naomi, who just left, has been a big part of it. Claudia has been a big part of it. Zainab as well, Leanne, Sadaf, everyone's kind of been involved in this project, whether you realize it or not, you know? So thank you all so much. And do use the garden this summer, all right? Yeah. But I want to just talk a little bit about the cell film, because the music was produced by one of our garden team members. His name is Sven Kreis. His artist name is Seven, and he's 17 years old. Yeah. And this song was kind of inspired by a shared conversation that we had in just talking about gardens and the work that we do. And there's a lot of social awareness in his lyrics, and it's informed a lot of where we're going with youth work. And I think probably now is a good time to pass it off to this wonderful initiative that Jane started last year, although it feels like it's been around for a long time now, the Free School. So, yeah.
Right now I'm finishing a master's degree in environmental design at UNAP, working on my thesis, and my thesis is about sustainable building design. So I'm very passionate about illustration and drawing, illustration, animation. I love to tell serious stories in a funny way. I like to work for children, and as I have many environmental concerns, like I think all of us, so I wanted to just combine my passion for illustration and my concerns about the environment in a project.
The project has two main characters.
which are inspired by yin and yang, the symbol of balance. That originated from the Chinese philosophy. This symbol wants to show the balance and the complementariness between the seemingly opposite elements, like day and night, like darkness and lightness, like female and male. We decided to use this symbol because this balance is in the nature of sustainability. In the sustainability, we aim to have balance between economical growth and also preserving the resources. One of the characters are more, one of the characters, Hope, who has a big laugh, represent the human desire to change the world based on their benefits. And another one, the Noble, represent the willingness to observe and protect values. And this is the thing that we have in sustainability.
Movement is not something that you put on the paper. So that's the, how can I say, not selling things about movement. Because it's not material. It's something that you do, you live, and it stays on you or not. What we need is to put some color on us, because otherwise the spring will not start. So it depends on us. It's my fault. It's our fault that the weather is like that. You know? Yes. You agree? Yeah, of course. So what we're going to do is to get this color that is here. And first, we're going to pass on us. And we're going to walk, and we can come and change the color and just take in a bath of those colors, because no one stands anymore this weather. So, let's go.